That nigga stole on you that from the stop. In the mix. Yo, it's down, man. Nigga hit you like a ref hit you. I couldn't even see you. Hey. Let's bang a headshot. Man down, man down. Bang a headshot. Man down, man down. Right there.
The best. I promise you none of these niggas gonna beat me. None of them. I'm gonna make an example out of Tio. That's the only thing I love. I promise they got me up.
This is honestly the most flawless from 123 all the way down to 114. Since then, he's had his shares of victories.
Shakur Stevenson has added noticeable size, putting on weight as he prepares to face Teofimo Lopez at a 140-pound catch weight on January 31st.
Work hard, sacrifices, discipline, time away from my family. How you gonna beat me? Ain't no way you can beat me that way, bro. Keep saying I'm the best. Niggas don't want this shit more than me. I know it. I know it. I want this so bad. So bad. Shit easy, gang.
Easy, man.
Easy.
Always easy, man.
You already know.
Always easy, man.
This supposed to be a sprint.
Let's go.
This ain't no sprint.
No, it's a job. Let's go. We ready.
Determined in his training camp, he works
Fully locked in during training camp, he works relentlessly, pushing his limits, sharpening his skills, and building the strength needed to control and dominate on fight night.
Both legs, back head for 3. We rested, we did 3 more. And we're trying to get that 1.0 meters per second, maximize our power. Had you at about 120, 125, but we're gonna add some reps and lighten the weight a little bit.
Terrence Crawford regularly trains alongside Shakur Stevenson, mentoring him through shared techniques and intense sparring sessions. These tough rounds challenge Stevenson's skill set, mindset, and toughness, delivering lessons that only elite competition can provide.
I almost missed that one. Which one? There it go. 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 God damn, there it go, bro. He trying to run me into the wall. Y'all didn't see that? He trying. Man, I performed. You know that. I told y'all what I was gonna do. I was gonna come out here and beat his ass every game. And look, he thinking about saying, let's play again.
Stevenson is heavily focused on increasing his speed while refining footwork, punch accuracy, and reaction time to overwhelm opponents with sharp, precise movement. Teofimo Lopez has acknowledged Shakur's elite ability at 135 pounds, but questions how effective he will be at 140, saying the fight itself will reveal how well Stevenson adapts.
Honestly, the most flawless from 123 all the way down to 114. Since then, he's had his shares of victories. I think 135 was his top tier. 140, I think we just gotta wait and see. You know what I mean? And for him to even come up to do that, you know, I think he deserves his flowers for everyone else out there. You know, guys trying to go more down into the ranks of top 5, top 3, and eventually top 1 for pound.
But that ain't what you said, bro.
What'd I say?
I mean, I gotta remind you, you said basically I'm good at the lower weight classes. The only way that I'm going to be good is I fight at 126 pounds against guys like Inoue. But once I move up, you're gonna, well, I can't compete at this level.
Antonio Tarver approaches this matchup with the perspective of someone who sees beyond records and recent performances. In his view, Teofimo Lopez cannot be judged solely on his last few fights. Tarver emphasizes that Lopez still possesses rare, natural gifts that cannot be taught: speed, strength, and explosive power. Those traits alone make him dangerous to anyone in the division. His warning is clear: danger doesn't vanish just because confidence dips. Against a technician like Shakur Stevenson, one opening, hesitation, or mistake can instantly change the fight.
They both possess?
Yeah, I mean, smart money would be on the boxer, Shakur Stevenson, winning the decision. But, if Lopez can make this fight, a lot tougher than expected, and he's going to have to exchange with Shakur. He's a fast fighter. We don't know who's the quickest or fastest here. You have to give the speed edge to Shakur. But if Lopez can punch with this fast guy, make him a little bit cautious and a little bit leery of what's coming back, that serves him well. But Teofimo is one of the best conditioned fighters out there. If this fight goes late, you can expect him to be pushing forward round 9, 10, and 11 if it goes late.
Yeah, a big question is always like what Teo is going to show up. And like when everyone's counted out Teo, it's actually been the times where he's like upset people, like against Lomachenko or against Josh Taylor, fights to the level of his competition. And I've been thinking like, hey, if we get the best version of Teo, like the Teo that showed up for those fights, does that Teo beat the best Shakur?
It would have, I think that's the only chance he got, is to really be his ultra self, doing all the things that makes him Teofimo Lopez. The footwork could be a major advantage for him, being able to get inside. A lot of times he fights free. He don't really have a style. He does what it takes. And he's a gutsy fighter. Real gutsy. He's not going to be leery to take chances. He's a gambler in there. You know what I'm saying? So he's a live underdog, I would say. A live underdog, but if he's to win this fight, I think he has to probably...
Zab Judah views this bout as a true collision of elite talent. Rather than manufactured hype, he sees the fighters equally, driven to prove superiority, neither willing to give ground mentally or physically. From Judah's perspective, this fight won't be decided by size or raw power alone, but by who can impose their skill set under pressure. With both fighters known for confidence and discipline, he expects a tense, adjustment-heavy battle. Judah believes that refusal to back down is what turns this matchup into something special, a real test of ability, not just a showcase.
Rather than a showcase.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
It's two dog fighters. You got two dog fighters that's coming in there to solidify themselves as the game changer. Teo's not gonna lay down. Shakur is not gonna lay down. It's going to be skill versus skill. Teo's a very talented, skillful fighter. Shakur is a very extremely talented, skillful fighter. And yes, we're going to see a hell of a great chess match that night.
Yeah, I believe so. Now, I think in your earlier predictions, you felt like Shakur will be stopping Teo? Am I right?
Annihilation, decapitation. Is that what you're talking about? You going back to my comments? Yeah. I feel like Teo's a very dominant force, but I just think that the skills of Shakur Stevens is gonna overwhelm Teo. It's gonna overwhelm. Yeah. He's never seen this type of action before yet. No disrespect. Okay. It's another man, you know what I'm saying? Just saying, yo, it is what it is.
Looking at, the stats, the resumes, we see that, Teo has been at this high level for a long time. When it comes to Shakur Stevenson, his amateur record speaks for itself, but at the same time, not necessarily getting the notable names that people know in America. People are also saying that they're kind of discrediting Shakur's resume, saying he hasn't really fought anybody. Teofimo Lopez would be that first person. Do you feel like that could be something that, I don't know, it could be a lot closer than what people think?
Listen, the fight's gonna be a lot closer than people think. We just blabbing our mouth and running off what we think our professional opinion is. These are two talented, great young fighters in here. You know what I'm saying? Teo's not gonna back down. Shakur's not gonna back down. We're gonna get an exciting 12-round fights or however long it should last. We're gonna have an exciting fight. And I'm expecting both guys to